Good morning on this final day of the CDT. We got a little bit just to get back to trail from this tent site, and then 7 miles is all we got left. I think the first checkpoint we're going to hit today is going to be the Goat Haunt Ranger Station. We're going to check in there real quick, just because their facilities are a little bit nicer than your average ranger hut in the woods. They got like flushing toilets and stuff apparently. So one last time to utilize some decent facilities for the day. And then another short jaunt and we'll be hitting the border. So I'll see you guys as we venture down trail today. Back at the junction, back on trail. The whole rest of the trail is going to be nice and smooth. It's a little overgrown in some sections, but not bad. Well, looks like we're coming up on the Goat Haunt Ranger Station area. There's a couple of outbuildings and stuff. It's supposed to be a flushable toilet here somewhere, so we'll investigate what we can find. There's a bunch of these entry signs, because this is the U.S. equivalent of Waterton Park. If you were coming from Canada into the U.S., this is the place to check in, announce your arrival, get approval from customs, from the rangers, and all that stuff. So we're going to do the equivalent of that when we cross the border, get approval for the Canadian side. Down at the lakeshore, Waterton Lake. And straight north that way at the other end is Canada. Trail miles wise, I think we're something like 4 miles from the border. We don't have that much left. We've wandered over across from the ranger station. It's over that way. There's this other building here. It's got some information things. Very nice little restrooms. So we're taking a break. And I noticed something funny about this little sign. Peace is a concept found in almost every culture and language. Almost. We're done with our break at the ranger station. I'm getting back on trail. Not much left. This is the coolest one of these wobbly suspension-ish bridges. The joining of the streams here. It's very clear water. We're at a junction here, and this sign says the international boundary is 3.4 miles. Still not feeling emotional or like it's real or like it's setting in that this is the end of the trail and all that, so I'll let you guys know if I burst into tears at some point. Little views of the shores of Waterton Lake. And I was just thinking it's funny, if you notice, Dr. Thunder's got his trekking poles up in the air. He's out there silk blazing for us, knocking down the spider webs. Well, we're currently about a mile from the border, and that's all we got left. And right now we're going to go our separate ways and just have some personal reflection time. These guys are going to chill here for a little bit by the lake, and I'm going to push on, and we'll see you guys in Canada.
See you in Canada.
Well, it's just me now. Mile to go. What a beautiful day. Perfect weather. Exactly what you'd ever hoped for. Finishing a trail. And especially the Triple Crown. So how am I feeling? I'm feeling good. Good mentally, good physically. I guess, it still hasn't hit me really. Partially. It's just another day. It's just hard to believe you're finally here. When I started the AT, it was just something I knew I wanted to do it. I knew I could do it. I just had to go do it. Fell in love with hiking. And then it was like, well, let's do the PCT next. Knock that one out. And then it's like, well, might as well finish all the Triple Crown. Back to back to back, consecutive years. Some 7,600 odd miles, give or take, is what we've done in 3 years. Over 450 days on trail. See you in Canada. There it is. I just don't know what to say. You have to hike the Triple Crown to feel what I'm feeling right now. Feels good. Feels really good. Well, I guess there's only one thing left to do. There's less than 600 officially recognized Triple Crowners, and the Goop stands among them.
Here, let's go.
Congratulations. Welcome to Canada.
Thank you.
Well, I think we're pretty much done here at the monument. We've been chilling, relaxing, having our lunch, drying out some condensation. I'm gonna hit the trail, start heading back. These guys will be like 30 minutes behind me, and we'll meet up in town for some town food, Waterton Park. So we'll see you guys.
Bye.
Going to Canada. So now that we're done at the border, the next part is, well, now what do you do? How do you get home? Different ways to do it. Last couple of years, with COVID restrictions, the borders have been closed for hikers going back and forth. You can only go through normal customs checkpoints. But this is the first year, 2023, where the borders for hikers are open again. So we can hike straight into Waterton Park. It's 4 miles. There's a phone number to contact for Canadian Customs. All you need is your passport. You give them all the information on there, and it looks like you can just handle it over the phone. You don't even need to be in person with anybody. So we're gonna take care of that when we get to the park itself, and we're in cell phone range. And that should be it. So I bet you guys thought this was gonna end at the monument. Nope, we're into the bonus epilogue features now. I got another buddy we're gonna meet in a little bit here, and he'll be the one driving me home. We'll plan on probably getting a nice meal, check out the Waterton Park area before we gotta drive out a little bit later. Well, here we go. Ran into my buddy Warren. This guy, longtime viewers may recognize from the Pacific Crest Trail. We got to meet up with him for a little bit. So he is my ride out of here, back to the States. Thanks again for hoofing it in here and coming to get me up. So
no problem, no problem.
And also brought in a little refreshment celebratory thing there. And we'll have that in a little bit. Dr. Thunder and Snow Turtle are still a little bit behind us, so we'll all meet them in the park here shortly. Cool, so let's finish up the rest of the hike. We'll get back and figure out what we're doing once we get into town there. We hit a spot with a little overlook. Just noticed the mountain range comes to an end. Just about at the end of the Continental Divide, I guess. And right down there is the little resort township, whatever you want to call it, of Waterton Park. Prince of Wales Hotel there on the overlook. We'll be there shortly looking for some food. Well, the gang's all here. We're in the middle of Waterton Park looking for some food. It's a cute little area. Lots of touristy stuff. I'm sure we'll be able to find something good. Well, we found some food. We got burgers and beers going on. And of course I got some gravy with my fries, traditional Canadian style. Found an ice cream shop for some dessert.
It's gonna be $6.25.
Okay.
So we're done with food.
First.
We got ice cream in our bellies. We're all good. The other thing we got taken care of was Canadian Customs. It was pretty easy. The phone number that's the best to use and the instructions laid out is what's listed in Far Out for the little icon right at the border. So that's the best way to do it. Other information is in like the Glacier National Park website and things like that for how to handle it, but we just did it all over the phone. Told your passport number, date of birth, and they wanted to know if you're bringing any firearms or cannabis into the country, stuff like that, how long your stay, and that was it. 2-minute phone call per person and you're good to go. So in a minute here I think we're all going to be splitting up, going our separate ways, and I'll be driving back with Warren into the US later this evening. So we'll check back later when we're saying goodbye to everybody, I think.
I don't know. Oh yeah, it's saying wreck. Is that good?
Alright, we're going to say our goodbyes. We're going our separate ways. You guys are staying in town for another day and then disappearing from there. So
Bye,
it's been awesome hiking. Yeah. It's been awesome hiking with you guys.
See you down the trail.
Yeah, take care on
See
your
you at
future
the next
adventures.
one.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, I think that's finally going to be it for this video and the end of this adventure. Thanks a lot for coming along and following me this entire trip. It's been awesome to finish the CDT and the Triple Crown. At some point in the coming days after this video releases, I'm going to plan on doing a Q&A, live Q&A, I think. So stay tuned for whenever that drops, and hopefully all you guys can tag in for that and ask whatever you want. It's been a grand adventure, and there's more to come for sure. I'm not done hiking. We got a lot more hiking to do. So stay tuned for any details on my channel for when all that stuff's coming out. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.